All right, what's good, Jim? I'm about to say Taurus. How you been? It's good, Alyssa. How are you? That back a little bit. You don't have to be a Gemini sun sign, and it may resonate, it may not. All right, so it's good. You can have Gemini anywhere in your chart. Hi. Good evening. What's good? Gemini. Okay, some of you guys are searching for the light. And this could be anything, any situation, or this could be somebody else. But it's like you're searching for something, something that will bring you back to life, or it's like you could be searching for. Oh man, it's like you're searching for the things that will kind of like get you. I'm not gonna say back on track, but things that make you feel alive, things that make you feel like, yeah, I'm here. Like, you know, it's kind of like when people are going through the midlife crisis, or people are going through like they make their bucket list, or they feel like it's the end of the world, so they do this and that and all this other shit. Or you could just be looking for things that breathe life into you. You're searching for whatever that is, and that could be within self, obviously. Or this could be somebody else. Let's see what else we got. Which is like, for sure. Especially if this is work related, and especially if you're a mother. You don't have to be though. Or this could be about a mother, child's mother, grandmother, whatever. Just a mother, or it could be you, whatever. You can be a mother figure. You can be a grandma. Shit, I don't know. I don't know who you are. But yeah, it's something to do with maybe you're looking for things that will make you feel more like you again. So you could be a certain age, and it's like you could have spent a good bit of time raising a child, raising children, taking care of people, taking care of like just a lot. I'm not gonna say a lot, but just taking care of others, or taking care of other people, other things. It doesn't have to be that deep. Yeah, what is it that your heart, what is your heart's desires? Some of you guys, you could be a nerd, you don't have to be, or this could be somebody else, doesn't matter. Somebody could be awkward, maybe they don't really care about what people think, they don't really care about their appearance like that. What I mean by that is, it doesn't have to be like, yeah, they just, just out here dirty, and like, me personally, I don't care. Hopefully you're okay. But it could be one of those things where it's like you don't care if you don't care to wear this and that, like you're not trying to be all fashion forward, or you're not trying to show out, or you're not trying to, or whomever, and you or whomever, but it's like you may not care about certain things. You may not be as particular as a normal I'm about to say Virgo. You can be done with Virgo, you have in your chart. Anyways, so you guys can be like awkward. It doesn't have to be bad. It doesn't have to be bad at all. My bad. I thought that said something. So you guys may struggle to develop like personal relationships. It could be any reason. And you may not be the best type when it comes to management, because you may like to be cool with everybody. It's like you would be the man, if you were a manager, you'd be the manager that's pretty much continuously telling people, like, not really telling people, but you'll be the manager that's like acting as if you're just a regular basic employee, and people wouldn't really take you, they might not take you serious because you're just kind of like, you get along with everybody, you're cool with everybody, or whatever the case may be. Like, you can be anywhere. Very mutable again, because I feel like I got that for Sag too, but whatever. Not saying there's anything wrong with any of this energy. It could just be where, go where you feel like you belong. You could still be a guide to other people. I feel like this is three different things. For some of you guys, this is just one whole situation or energy of you kind of like, you're not suited for certain things. You're not suited for certain people, certain energies, whatever. Some of you guys, you are guides. I feel like even for the person who may not feel like they will do good in a certain position, you are like some type of guide for other people, maybe to chase after things, or to follow their dreams, or to dive deep into their passions, or something like that, or vice versa. But you're very rise. Okay, rise up. But I'm also getting that documentary Rise. I mean, you could be from LA, or you could be from Cali somewhere, or a rough area, a rough hood. You don't have to be, but dancing for some of you guys could definitely bring like a lot of joy to you. Some of you guys, it could just be dancing, or some type of like entertaining. But dancing could definitely, or crumbing, I don't know. But dancing can definitely bring back some type of like vitality to you, like life. It breathes life into you. Some of you guys could have been dancers and you might have stopped. Now this could be any type of dancer, or you just like dancing and it's something that you just haven't done in a long time. Now I don't know what type of dance we're talking about, but you get it. Some of you guys are really skillful. You may be good with, of course, I mean, you're Gemini, you could be good with your words and all that. But it's something to do with you being more aware that what you need in your life, or what is it that you what is it that you're like, the things you need to be passionate about, or what it is you need to feel more like you, or feel more alive. Like I said, for some of you guys, it's more so of like you've been a mother, you've been mothering people, or you've been a mother, or doing this whole mother thing, this whole mother dance forever, for a long time. Your kids can be however old, shit, they can be in their 30s, they can be in their 20s. It doesn't have to be like that. Or your kids could be younger than that, and you're just like, for somebody, it's like I'm not saying they're tired of being a mother, but you're tired of taking care of other people. It's like you want to get back to doing what it is that makes you happy. Not saying that your kids don't, or whatever, for some of you guys. Some people won't admit, certain shit, so I'm not gonna get into it. But it's like you've been loving, you've been supportive, you've been nurturing. It's like you might have even put your child's needs ahead of yours a good bit, but it's time for either them to grow up and do their own thing, or they're old enough to kind of do their own thing, even cook for themselves possibly. Or is it time for them to start relying more on themselves and not you? You can definitely have Cancer in your chart. You don't have to. You can be a cusper. But yeah, some of you guys, this is something to do with the job. You could definitely have been doing desk work, bench work. Could have definitely been doing desk work. Could have been sitting behind a computer, or you could have been some type of like secretary, so to speak, or some representative, or office manager, or whatever. Maybe not manager, but for some of you guys, yes. What is it called? No, I already said that. Is it the same thing? What is it called? It's right there too. I think it starts with the R. Where people are like, you come into I don't know, a clinic, or you come into the dentist's office, and the receptionist. So you guys could be receptionists. My bad. Or you could have done things like this, where you are taking note, put people on schedules, doing this, doing that. Really on the go, really busy. So you guys may wear glasses, but it's like you might have also either been the subject of gossip, or you might have partaken in gossip a good bit, listening about, he say, she say, what Deborah or Barbara or Billy or Joseph is doing, shit like that, and it's like, okay, that's, it could have caused trauma. Okay, I didn't say drama, so maybe for somebody it caused trauma, but yeah, this type of thing could definitely be. I mean, I'm not saying that entirely, but you could definitely be realizing that something is just not. I'm not saying not making you happy, but you're not there. Like maybe even mentally, you're just not there. But physically, you're there. Something about a misuse of information too. Somebody may think they know you, they have no idea. I don't know why I feel like this is like an outline, somewhat of a heart. You have to see it. I know it might be, it may seem like I'm fucking crazy because of what I see, but I wouldn't feel like anybody's crazy if they see something differently. But I see a heart, like a heart outline, kind of. But yeah, feeding into the drama and the gossip, all this other shit that's going on can definitely put you like inside out, so to speak, where it's like you're no longer that free, that person that likes to kind of like mix and mingle. It's like now you're part of it. When you get a part of something, you get a part of where you're so stuck inside of this loop of negativity or this loop of gossip and who said this and who's fucking who, all this other stuff. Is like, okay, that's you don't want to get too caught up in that because you can get stuck in that shit until you pull yourself out of it and be like, okay, is bigger fish to fry, is other things that needs to be addressed or talked about. So I don't know, this can also be like, I got a couple of things. For somebody, it's red pill content. For some of you guys, it is TED Talk. No, it could just be where something's a distraction and maybe you used to like TED Talk, or maybe you need to see a TED Talk for whatever reason. Doesn't mean anything. But yeah, she doesn't even go here. I don't know why I'm getting that. She doesn't even go here. So it could be somebody that's claiming to like rep something and they're not actually like part of something. They never been there, or they know nothing about a particular situation or a lifestyle, a hood, whatever. That I'm not gonna get into that. You know, and what I'm doing tonight, because again, for the eighth millionth time, I'm doing this late. But I'll be doing a lot of stuff during the day for the most part, unless I have nothing to do, which would be Saturday. I mean Friday. I mean tonight. My bad. Not tonight. When I'm like now, but tonight. Later on today, tonight, and Saturday. And actually no, I got time. I got time. I got time. So I'm not going to cram everything into this, knowing good and damn well that my allergies are pissing me off. Zyrtec is kind of working, and I'm tired. I am drained. Anyways, so who's being a tyrant? Are you being awakened to something here? Yeah, new life. That's what I mean with this vitality. I feel like some of you guys, this is like you're making room for a new life, new beginnings, new life. It doesn't have to be beginnings because I'm not really getting that, but this is like new life. So this is not something that's old. My bad. This is not something that's new as far as like you haven't done this before, you haven't been doing this or whatever. This is a new. This could also be a new look on life or something like that. This is about you know, reevaluating your life choices and the outcomes of said choices that are made. This could be where this guide shit is coming from. Either you're being guided, your guide to other people, or both. So, you know. So what is it that you should do? Some of you guys northeast. I don't know what that's about. Random as shit, but I'm getting northeast. I don't know what northeast means. But some of you guys, with this guide, it looked like I'm seeing something to do with this baby and this mother. It's like going towards that. So I don't know who or what that's about. This can also be loving on yourself differently, being kind to yourself more. You might have been like, I'm not gonna say harsh on yourself. Maybe you thought a couple of things that wasn't true, but you quickly talked yourself out of that. Like, nah, my mom didn't raise me to be like this, or my dad didn't, whatever the case may be. But yeah, supportive. I feel like it's like a regaining of independence over your life and what it is that you have like been kind of putting on the back burner. That shit is like bringing out, brings to the forefront. This could also be like what it is you're good at. Maybe you're good at being a mother. Maybe you're good at being a caretaker. Maybe you're good at something, and let that be the new life or whatever. um, but yeah, some of you guys are really helpful. Could be even charismatic, but you're really helpful. It's like you want to help others. One thing that throws me off is this nerd in reverse, but it doesn't be that deep. All right, what's good? What's up with this? I can't see that. About what's up with this secretary? Actually, before I even get into that, let's see. You could be a life path 6, 5, 3, 7, 8, 2, 9. I don't know if I said 5, but 5 as well. Any of these numbers could be significant. Doesn't matter how. But yeah, 2009, August of 2009, September of 2008. Who am I doing again? Yeah, Gemini. July of 2003, March of 2007, February 6th, and also February 6th, 2006. June 2nd, and also June 2002. June 2005, May 2006. Some of you guys' birthday could be, like I said, you don't have to be a Gemini sun sign. Some of you guys' birthday can be September the 8th, August the 9th. Some of you guys can be born in 93. You don't have to. 98, 89. May the 6th, June the 5th, July the 3rd, March the 7th, June the 2nd, and yeah, February the 6th. Somebody can be 26, 37, 65. I don't know if somebody's 98 or 89, but whatever. That can also be years too. Somebody can be 62, born in 62 as well. Like I said, 26, 73, 37. Or this is like the first year of something. And somebody can be 56. I think I already said that. It's 56, or 56 or 65, or born in 65. Anyways, yeah, it seemed like something that might have been sad, you could just be getting over it, or I'm not gonna say getting over, you're getting through it, even though it may be kind of like, troubled. All right, what did I say I was looking at? Yeah. What's up with this secretary in reverse? I don't know if some of you guys are afraid to be yourself, or I'm not saying that you're doing it on purpose. So yeah, some of you guys want something about the soul. It's like you want your soul to be on fire. It's like you're ready for you're ready to put some soul back into something. Cause you could have definitely been or love or something back into something that you used to do or whatever, because some of you guys could have got real sidetracked, or somebody could have got real sidetracked by gossip and slander, just shit, just drama, shit like that. Well, yeah, this could also be just, new love. But I feel like it's more so love of what it is you do. Let me go more. Yeah, I was about to ask that anyways. So you guys, you can just be a Jimmy Cancer. Gemini, Vedic, Cancer, Vedic. You may have a lot of Cancer in your chart, whatever the case may be. Somebody here is definitely putting their feelings aside, or there's something about how they see something is not as it's not as it's like somebody's able to make decisions more quick than they have before. I feel like it's because it's coming from the heart, or it's something that really means a lot. You feel a good bit for whatever this is, or just about a situation. Like you feel like that's how you feel about a situation, which could kind of pressure burst pipes type of situation. So you have Sag, you're trying to be done with the Sag. What's good with this devouring mother? You could have just had a child. It's not for everyone at all. Now, for some of you guys, this could be your mother. It doesn't have to be. But somebody feels as if, I don't know if they feel defeated. This could be by motherhood, parenthood, whatever. No? Okay. I guess it's a no. No? Okay. If it doesn't easily come out as pulling them, because, I don't want to fly out. I just want to be able to smooth transition. Yeah. The Empress, motherhood. Things are changing. Things are definitely changing. The world is turning. Now it's your turn to get the last laugh in whatever situation. Some of you guys had no choice but to be this Empress. I mean, if you have a child, you had no choice but to do what you had to do. It's like, well, if I don't fucking work, then we don't eat. If I don't cook, then we don't eat. If I don't work, we be out in the cold. It's like you had to do what you had to do. But it seemed like your hands was forced, or somebody's hands was forced, to kind of be everything to everyone. Or vice versa, bro. And again, self-love. Yeah, you love your children. Yeah, all that stuff. But have you been loving you lately? Deep down, really? This can be your mother or child's mother that you're just kind of sharing feelings with this person. But I don't like the Five of Swords, because it could be where somebody's pressuring someone, or getting it out of someone. How do you really feel about motherhood? How do you really feel about being a parent, being this, being that? Which I feel like a lot of this stuff should be asked beforehand. But it may not be like that. It could just be for people who are like already, they got together, they knew what it is that they wanted to do. I'm not saying, I'm confused. I'm tired, first and foremost. I'm confused. It's just, I'm gonna cut this short. But yeah, it's like you're waiting. I'm not saying you're waiting for a return, but it's like, you may feel like something's really thankless. It's very like, I'm not saying draining, but it is like you're constantly having to look out for everybody. It's like you have no choice, or somebody has no choice. They have to do what they have to do just to pay, you know, pay this, to pay that, to stay afloat. Um, so raising a child or something may not be the easiest right now. And some of you guys also want that happily ever after on top of it all. Cherry on top. Cherry on top is a fucking ring. I'm just kidding. I mean, maybe not. But yeah, I feel like somebody is, they want the real deal, or they want something solid, or you want something solid, especially if you're a mother and you just been, if this is a situation where you're not with someone, or this person is not their idol, they're AFK, whatever, and you're just like, I don't want to do this on my own. But you have to do what you have to do to make this money, to make sure that your kids or whomever is eating and they're happy and healthy, and their life is bright and beautiful. But I think this also ties into that guide. I don't know if you're helping other people, like helping them, like teaching them how to make money or something. I don't know what that's about. Okay, so yeah, we're about to wrap this up because time. Don't call my singing skills. Are you not entertained? What is going on with this guy though? The Emperor, that shit's fucking hilarious. I mean, not in a bad way, or in a funny way. I don't even want to say bad automatically. I mean, you could be a father that needs guidance on something. What is this? How to gain something. I don't know what the fuck this is about. It's like some of you guys have that Midas touch. You know what I mean? Everything you touch can turn to gold. This Ace of Pentacles, but you don't miss out on the opportunity to get out your comfort zone. Be more unapologetically you. I feel like I said that for Sag, but it's the same type, not really the same type of energy, but on the contrary, or the fact that Capricorn, whatever, excuse me, the fact that Sag, I was pretty much saying how Sag, this is, their common traits and shit, but doesn't really mean anything because other thing falls into play, but it's kind of the same energy because they're a mutable sign as well. So for you, it may be the same thing. I don't know if some of you guys have been in your comfort zone, and I feel like this guide is either this person's saying get out your comfort zone, or this is a situation where somebody's like, or energetically or whatever, is saying, maybe you should care more. Maybe you should, because if people are looking up to you, they wanted something to look up for or look up to. What's good, Draco? Now, if you're a man and this is your kids, maybe you are wanting to, you want to be a guide to your children. I mean, in this fucking world, it'd be really nice if people was guiding their children, like for real. Appreciate the lights. Because, honestly, I'm going to sleep. I'm always looking tired. It's fucking allergies too. I've been rubbing my eyes like it's nobody's business, especially my right eye. I already done freaking, I took my allergy medicine already, but I gotta take my eye drops again because, well, it's not too bad actually, but sometimes they itch. Man, hell yeah, I'm tired. Anyways, Yeah, if I mean, I'm not saying you aren't suited for management. You're not suited to manage people. I mean, because the emperors, I mean, shit, they're not even the managers; they're the owners. They come in and they're just like, mm. And it's like they're overseeing things because they need to make sure that they let who's ever next in line from them to make sure that everybody else is doing what they're supposed to be doing, on the straight and narrow or whatever. So I don't know. This could be you trying to be a guide for your youth, your youngins. I don't know. You could have a newborn here or a baby that's like it's gonna be an earth sign, a little earth sign baby. It's like you want to be a guide for this person, but you're going to have to show yourself or present yourself a certain way because they may not take you as serious, or they may take it as if like you really don't care about what it is you do, or being a parent or being a father, being a mother or whatever, because you're, or whomever this is for, because you're not really like showing up as somebody who is look like that look as if they should be taken seriously. Not saying that you aren't serious or aren't any of those things, but you're well aware. Maybe you're well aware of your own actions and how you come off, and now it's time for you to like flip the switch because maybe people have been slacking on you. Like they might have been really feeling like, oh yeah, Gemini not really about anything or whatever, and they don't. I'm not saying they don't know you, but it's maybe they feel like something's a bit contradicting, or oh, you practice this or you say this, but how? Yeah, somebody may feel like you're a liar or you're a sneak or something. Like you say one thing, but it's all because you just want people to look at you a certain way, or this is just how somebody perceives you. I don't know, but really, like you don't care about the thing. Yeah, I know it don't seem difficult to hit you up, but you're not passionate about half the shit you into, and I ain't having it. Yeah, Earl sweatshirt, my bad. So, um, yeah, and I could be getting in trouble. I just hang with my niggas. I'm famous if you forgot something, something, something. So maybe you are famous. Maybe you're just like how people. I mean, maybe you could be a musician too. It's like it's not about for you right now. Maybe you're at the point where it's not about. Maybe you feel like it's not about looks, it's not about appearance, it's not about how you show up. I guess it depends on what type of entertainment you're into or you do, because some people allow that. I mean, for men, I feel like they can slide with all that way easier than women when it comes to shit, certain shit. Like a lot of us get dragged if we came on looking like whatever, doing shit like even like this, where men is like they can kind of do it and they don't really. I'm not saying that they do it more. I'm not saying that they're the ones that's doing it and they're doing it more, but I feel like they can do it and it's like it's cool for them. But female is like we got to be proper and prepped, and everything got to look a certain type of way, especially if it's social media involved and shit, because we're the ones we kind of get ridiculed and picked that way more. And for men, I feel like it's more of a mental thing. They get picked at on those levels, but not necessarily their looks and shit. Like people don't give a fuck. Like what's your bank account look like and what are you talking about? That's all for men. For women it's more so of like, okay, hair, nails, makeup, how's your lashes, are you speaking fluently, do you curse, how do you sit, what are you wearing? It's like that shit is a lot, it's a lot. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with any of that shit. You do what you do, but is a way where maybe is a little bit easier for you to kind of get away with something like that. You could have been kind of comfortable just being like that. Not saying that you can't do what you want to fucking do, but for some other people they may feel like, or whomever, they may feel like, how can you guide me when you're kind of coming, you're presenting yourself as this, where you're not caring about your appearances, or it's like you're not really trying to develop deep connections in your relationships, and it doesn't have to be love. I mean, that's just a part of it. This is just like personal, best friends, sister, brother, cousin, uncle, mom, dad, wife, husband, fucking dog, turtle, it doesn't matter. But or just a way of awkwardness is fine. Awkwardness is not bad whatsoever, to me at least, because that's just a personality type. Just some people are awkward. I'm not saying you have to work on it. I don't know what it is you're doing, or what type of profession or whatever it is that you're into, or industry, because certain times shit like that is fine. You can be a comedian and kind of, do your own thing, but you can, as long as you're funny as fuck, and you keep it real or whatever, and people are just like, ha ha ha, everything is good. But it's a little bit different when you know what I mean? But it's a little bit different when you're supposed to be the Wolf of Wall Street and you're just cracking jokes and dressing in pajamas or something, and slide ins or whatever the fuck those shits are called, Nike slides or some shit. Not saying anything wrong with that. Not saying that you can't have and do and wear any of that stuff and it's wrong, or won't get you anywhere, or have anybody take you serious. I'm not saying that, but you may have people that feels as if that, and then you can easily just say fuck them, really. But at the same time, authenticity is a good trait of many. I feel like if you want to show up, just show up. If that's how you want to show up, then fine. And some people, they may feel like you're able to get away with it, or it's you feel like it's all right, which for you, like I said, it could be you're fine with it, but for others, they may be looking at you on the opposite side, looking at you as if it's like hypocrisy or something. I'm not saying it is. Me personally, no. And so they may really question a lot, or maybe not really have an idea like if they should leave you alone or keep fucking with you. I don't know how far that goes. This could be in all aspects, different things. All right. I hit on men and women. Now this could also be like a man and a woman together that has a child, even, or whatever the case may be, and it's that same shit. Um, where you have two people here, and the zest for life could be really like zestless, or one person is showing up one way, the other one is showing up another way. One person is showing up as a king, an emperor, with this Seven of Swords energy that's lingering around, especially because somebody feels as if they don't have to present themselves a certain way because this is who I am, which is fine. I'm not saying you a bum or nothing. Oh no, I don't care, because the emperor, they dress, okay? They dress to impress. They can wear whatever the fuck, and that shit's bomb, just like the empress. So it's, you know what I mean? But when you get to a certain age and all this other stuff, if you want people to respect you, usually, I mean, sadly, this is how it is out here, but it's hard for people to take people serious. Take what was that dude's name? The Zuckerberg dude, that The Social Network, that movie, where he was like, you see how he pretty much presented himself as like what he wore and shit like that. It was like he didn't give a fuck, but he came, he saw, he fucking took, conquered or whatever, used it because he might have felt like some other people, they had a good idea, but they weren't doing anything with it, so he took it. Now, then it was real controversial when it comes to that, because that's, it's kind of like bro code or whatever the fuck people, all that. But you see how he like presented himself, and how he had people who he wasn't fucking cool with anymore because of X, Y, and Z, and then people who were cool with him because they're just like, oh, the fact that you can just do this and become a millionaire or a billionaire off of whatever, it's like, that's cool, and it kind of made people feel like, well, I should be able to wear whatever and do whatever. Like, you see when you go to like conventions and shit, how people dress, they dress very I don't give a fuckish for the most part, unless they're cosplaying. Walking around in motherfucking tropical fucking flowered shirts and shit, button ups and flip flops, or some whatever, some really scuffed up old ass Vans. Like, it's like, that shit doesn't bother me, but they don't, like, some people don't give a fuck. You can just be in the category was like, you can dress fresh, you can dress down, and you just like whatever. So I don't know. Some people look up to certain people, or they look at certain people like, okay, he's serious about his shit because look how he presents himself. And then you got other people that may look at it as if, you're doing too much. And it's the same thing vice versa. If you was to come in with no thought into your appearances, people would be like, I'm not about to listen to you unless you show them your bank account. They may. It's like you have to prove yourself or something. And then you got people who may be like, I fuck with you because I don't really want to get all dressed up and all this for just to make money or just to do whatever. Like, I'm here though. Like, as long as I'm here should matter. So maybe that's how you feel. I'm here. It shouldn't matter how I fucking look or how I'm like perceived. I'm here though, and I'm doing my thing. So that could be your approach. Like, I'm here though, I'm doing my thing. Why do you need me to be like this? Or maybe you're not even thinking that. Maybe you don't even give a fuck, you know? But you may have some people who are just like extra and they take it to heart when you don't look a certain way, but you're supposed to be a guide or something. Doesn't matter. Anyways, for whomever that is, it's been real. Now, it could flip that when it comes to the Emperor's energy that we've seen. Didn't see any energy of the Seven of Swords. It wasn't there. I didn't feel it. It was more so of like, okay, I put a lot into, people will say they may feel like all they get remembered as such and such as mom. They don't, it almost feels like as if they don't have a personality of their own, or they don't have a name anymore. Like as if they had a child and all that's gone, and now they're just Jason's mom, Tina's mom, or Tina's whatever, or Tracy's mom, or whatever, or Stacy shit. You may have it going, got it going on. But anyways, it can be the same thing where you want your identity back. You want, yeah, I have kids, or yeah, I'm this, that, whatever. But I'm first and foremost, let me introduce myself. My name is Gemini. So people might have like really buried you. I don't know how many kids you got. Some of you guys may have a good bit. So some people might have buried you down to, you being such and such and such and such and such and such mom. Where it's just like, okay, I'm tired of taking on that. I'm tired of being that. I'm tired of being that personality. I am, I don't know. I'm Kristen. Like I'm Tori, and these are my children. Yeah, but I'm Tori, and Tori is here as an individual. This is me. This is what I do. Yes, I have children. Yes, you can know them. Yes, whatever. But I actually have a fucking name, and I've put in so much work. I'm tired of being such and such mom. I want to be known as Tori and my individual kids, or whatever. It doesn't have to be that deep. You understand what I'm talking about, I'm guessing. And it's like somebody just wants that vitality back. They want to know that they're still here, like they're still a person, they're still, alive, I guess, and that they're not just a distant memory or something. Unless you used to be in some type of like position, or you used to be in some type of industry and now you're no longer in that, or whatever the case may be. And it's like having to, I'm not saying prove yourself, but having to make sure motherfuckers remember, like, hey, I'm not, you're not about to bury me and say that, I'm a this or I'm a that. Like, I'm still here, I'm still showing up. But I guess people only respond to wealth as if, because you're showing up in a Benz and you got this, you got your wrist is fucking gleaming, and everything is Cartier or whatever the fuck people do. Shit like that is like, that doesn't mean anything. At least not to me, but it is what it is. But let's say, shout me out. Your page, like, already subscribed. Appreciate it. But yeah, anyways, I'm off. Jim, it's been real. Oh yeah, my bad. No. What time is it? I'm gonna give you a little bit more. I forgot to do your money shit. At least that before I go, or whatever this will be for you. Let's see what else we got, and then we're going in that. Somebody could have definitely felt like somebody fell off. Like, oh, you fell off. Like, you're not relevant or something like that. And you're just like, is it because you're not performing and doing backflips and tricks and being like a fucking jester, a jester in people's a jester in people's fucking faces, and you know, doing foolish things, or whatever the case may be. Somebody feels like, oh, or not foolish things, but it could easily be like you're not presenting yourself as this perfect, proper person with the perfect background, and everything looks so great, and everything is like all that. You don't need all that shit. Not for the words to get out. That shit is like, is a plus. Okay. That shit's a plus. It is good to see a nice, background, colors, whatever, all that stuff. But it depends. It really depends on. I mean, for some people, they see it as, if you're not talking about shit that's like about gossip and this and that, and just, see, some people look at it as, oh yeah, well, that's not entertaining enough. It's not funny enough. This is fucking tarot. Like, is this just supposed to be funny? Half of the time, I mean, sometimes it is. I just be sarcastic as fuck, but what I mean by that is, like, is it supposed to be, am I supposed to be, no, that's not what tarot is supposed to be, but quote unquote supposed to be. It's just some people play into roles, some people they do their whole thing, and it works for people, and for others, they're just like, yo, pussy good. Let's just talk about some shit and get these cards out and be done with it. All that fluff, all that extra shit, you don't always need it, but you can most definitely have it. And this could be any type of, this could be about anything. Like, if you are an entertainer, if you're in a certain industry, maybe you aren't like, you don't do all the aesthetically shit. You don't do all the aesthetically pleasing. This is just real raw things. Even if you're like doing something on YouTube and it's all about cooking, it could be just, you're not being, and that everything's not all perfect and placed perfect. You're not spending the whole fucking day showing a 3-course meal, where it's just really, it's easy shit. Like, everything doesn't have to be perfect. And maybe some people don't really like that because they like the aesthetically pleasing. It's understandable, because that's become more and more popular, especially since you got all this AI shit and everything is looking perfect, and everything's looking like, the finish is nice, all that. And it makes people feel as if everything else should be the same way, even when shit is real. If you in the bathroom, the shit should be aesthetically pleasing too. It's like, what the fuck? No, when you in the bathroom, you doing either one of a couple of things, and it's like, none of that shit is aesthetically pleasing. You're just trying to get your shit together and get the fuck out, I would think. But whatever. So you have lead with your mind. That's, I mean, I don't even know why I need to say that. You use your intelligence, analyze data, logic, and think rationally, which is interesting, because I had a reading for you, like, I want to say, this was like 2 years ago, I think. I forgot the name of it, but it was something about, it was something about your secret weapon, and your secret weapon was your mind. So this could be the same thing. I mean, it is brain as you all day. So, yeah, this is feels like the same, not the same energy, but it was definitely like that. So your secret weapon is wild though, because in that reading, it was a lot to do with like a neighborhood of some sort, and surveillance. So I don't know if this is like police activity, or it's not for everybody, or weird activity, strange behavior, whatever, some type of activity, strange behavior, something about neighbors, shit like that, like, is significant. So it's like, this could, you being, leading with your mind could be possibly the best thing at the time, like right now. I feel like, especially if you're going to be a guide, I feel like people need this. It's like, maybe you're a voice of reason. I don't know. You could definitely be out there on the streets, like actually seeing what's going on, to be able to talk about these things and put them on the forefront. Put it, because it needs to be seen. It needs to be heard. It needs to be talked about. Um, some of you guys need to express your creative side more. For some of you guys, this is about pictures, coloring, drawing, painting, pictures. Something with art, but big time with colors, paint, pictures, something like that. It'd be really significant. Um, you can be a visionary. Some of you guys are able to close your eyes and actually see a whole bunch of shit, and you can like memorize that and use it, or draw it or write it or whatever, for whatever, something that you feel. But open up your heart and connect with others. Like I said, this could be going back to that personal relationships, like having a hard time or struggling, having building personal relationships. It could be any reason why. um I wouldn't kind of look see what that's about. Hopefully not. Hopefully there's no reckless behaviors going on, because that is here. And think before you act when it comes to something, though. And but it's weird thing is, you start off with the mind, so I feel like you should be good. I don't know why I would need to tell you that, but I don't know, reckless behavior that can lead to bad consequences. But think, which is, wow, that was the first card. Think before you act. Let's see, and I'm gonna get you out of here. I'm gonna just throw one card on each. What is this? Start with the minds. Some of you guys is about a connection with a person that's close to you. Or this could be a love situation. What's good? No, it doesn't have to be like love. I mean, it could be, but this could be like siblings, it could be anything. Whatever. Tower. So something is blowing your mind. So you guys, your mental capacity is fucking is interesting. You may have a lot on your mind, to be completely honest. All right, what's going on here? What's all this? So you guys, it's something to do with your mother, or a mother figure, or some woman is on your mind. Or this is about a mother figure that you're trying to figure out what should you do about whatever this is. Some of you guys, you may need to talk to somebody that's close to you, like express something to someone. Or you may need a person that's close to you, or a friend that can help you get these creative juices flowing. This could be somebody online, or somebody that's not close to you. Like they may be just at a distance somewhere. It could be in the same state, whatever, but maybe like an hour out, 2 hours out, or hopefully not, but shit like that, 45 minutes. Or this could just be people online. What's up with this? This could also be like, Reddit, Quora. I don't know if I'm saying that right. But Reddit, shit like that, like groups, or people who people who have like forums and shit like that. Some of you guys may need to reach out to people from your past. This can also be people from your hometown and shit like that. People you grew up with. It's good with this. So maybe that is your inspiration. The city you grew up in, where you're from, or something like that. Okay, so what's up with this wrong decision? Almost done. Something about drinking, so. This could also be about what you say to someone. I don't know if you're just, there's a lot of, this could be about kids too. This is a lot of like young energy here. The only thing that's matured is this fucking Nine of Cups, and is this fucking like age. This is bourbon or something. Like what? Aged scotch. Anyways, It's for somebody. There's a lot of barrels here with and she's like raising a glass. So hmm. This can also be like, overindulgence in some sort of way, having a lot but giving a little, or holding on, like having a lot but not giving too much of. And this could just be energy, time, effort, money. This could be to kids, children, or this is like them to you, not spending enough time with your children, not spending enough time with your kids, or whoever these are, whoever this is. To be siblings as well. Um, I don't know why that would be a bad decision not to, or what's good. Yeah, what are you holding back? Somebody's just holding back a lot. Tears of joy. Somebody's just holding back. This can also be secrets too. I'm getting off of this. Some type of secret maybe that you're hanging on to. I'm not saying that's a bad decision, but it could be where before you act on whatever this is, maybe run it through with yourself and your whoever the fuck you pray to. That can be about anything, though. I don't know. I'm tired. That's what I know. That part right there. Where is see, I'm shit right in front of me and I'm already bugging. I'm out. It's been real, Jimmy. I'll see you guys on the flip, and I appreciate you. I don't know what the fuck people talk like. What are you? Whatever. I'm sorry. I'm